What's going on, you guys? It's me again, Pete from Hyperboost. Anyway, this is my second upload for the day. I'm just on fire today, guys. I there's just certain days, certain times, especially, it's weird. Every time I come from Cars and Coffee, I get inspired to make videos for YouTube and my Instagram TV account. But okay, so I had a discussion today with a person in Cars and Coffee about wheels. Okay, I was noticing the wheels that he had, the original OEM wheels from back in the 1970s. It was fantastic looking wheel. So anyway, I've kind of wanted to address this, for a while now, and why. In fact, I think I made another video of this somewhere down in my archives, in the videos that I've made before. But I wanted to address the wheels that I run because I've been asked. I've been asked before. In fact, I went to the Cars and Coffee in another place, not here in Hernando, but the one in Ocala. I've been asked before why I run Chinese knockoff wheels. Chinese knockoff wheels, okay? So let's get this straight first. These wheels are not made in China. Now, there's a Chinese company that actually knocked off Rota Wheels. So there's videos out there explaining all this stuff. But, it's kind of weird to basically, like, a lot of people saying, hey, look, they're a knockoff wheel company being knocked off by the Chinese. But that's another video entirely. And there's a lot of videos out there. Just so you guys know, Fitment Industries actually made a great video of this. In fact, some of the truths that I'm going to say today came from that video explaining why I run these wheels. But bottom line is these wheels are actually made in the Philippines. In fact, they make basically wheels for 7 countries. They crank out about 3,000 wheels a day. 3,000 wheels, basically just trying to supply the demand for OEM and aftermarket wheels. And all over automotive YouTube, people bag on Rotas all the time, guys, all the time. Oh, I'm running this, I'm running that, I designed my own wheel. Well, not all of us can afford to design our own wheel and have sponsorships and things like that. And I'm telling you, quality-wise, I've had no problems with these wheels. None. This is my 4th set of Rotas that I ran on 4 different cars. Okay, I ran back in the 1980s. I had a 1976 Toyota Corolla Sprinter 4-door in lemon chrome yellow with Rota wheels that looked like Enkis with the gold mesh in the center and the silver polished lip. Had that. Beautiful wheels, never had a problem with, not once. And then I had a 1982 Toyota Corolla box type Corolla with the box. I forgot what it was called. I think it was, it is a Corolla, but it was one of the latter versions of the Corolla. It's actually my dad's car that I inherited. And I put Enkis on those, Enki knockoffs on those too. Same thing, mesh, silver mesh, but silver polished lip, hyper silver center, again, Rotas. And then even as recent as maybe in the Philippines, when I went to college, I had a Mitsubishi Lancer GSR, not the Evo, but it had an Evo motor. I blew the first motor on that. Well, the motor was already blown, I think. It had a gasket leak, and it just exploded. And so we bought an Evo motor, an Evo 3 motor, and we put it in that car. Evo 2 motor, and we put it in that car. And fantastic. And I ran Rotas on those too. And again, no problems with it. And this is my 4th set on my Evo 10. So this are Rota MXRs. It's actually really, really nice. They're 18. They're pretty much, the way the fitment looks. I mean, if you look at the fitment, nice and flush right against the fender. I love the way the look of this car. I run meatier tires. I love meat on the tires. I mean, not so thick, not so thin, that rubber bands. I love the play that I get out of the tires, the flex that I get out of the tires. So it kind of, runs for a smoother ride. And again, no problem with this. I've taken this on the Drive Florida 8 rally and ran hard, no problems with the tire or the wheels. So again, my experience with rotas are probably different than most people's. But let me spit out some facts at you guys about Rota Wheels. Number one, rotas are actually certified by the Japanese Light Wheel Inspection Association, as well as the Vehicle Inspection Association of Japan. They're basically both regulatory boards that study and certify wheels for worldwide use on their vehicles. So these are basically inspected in Japan, tested in Japan, and they've passed them with flying colors. I don't have any issues with that. That's why, okay? And number two, okay? Believe it or not, Rota probably makes the wheels for your car. Believe it or not, okay? So Rota is the maker of OEM wheels for Ford, Mazda, Nissan, Toyota, and Mitsubishi. So those cars run Rota wheels that were made for OEM spec. Bet you didn't know that. So really, the wheels that you are knocking, the wheels that you are bagging on, were probably the people that made the same wheels, the stock wheels for your car. So, you know, if the Japanese car manufacturers approve OEM wheels made by the guys who made my wheel, what other standard should I meet? What other standard should I require? Number three, the biggest competitor, believe it or not, for Rota is Enkei for OEM wheels. Enkei makes wheels for some German cars, obviously. Maybe some Japanese cars, don't quote me on that, but definitely the biggest competitor for OEM wheels for Enkei is Rota. Believe it or not, Rota has their own in-house testing standards outside of JWL and VIA in Japan. So basically, whatever they have, whatever Reis, Watanabe, all the Japanese Enkei, you know, the makers of OEM and aftermarket wheels, they have an in-house testing program. Rota has the same in-house testing program, guys, and outside of that, but they don't advertise it. You know, Reis, I think, is brilliant for advertising how strong their wheels are and how rigorous their testing standards are. But maybe Rota should actually do that as well. Maybe they should advertise how good their wheels are as well and how rigorous their testing standards are. Maybe all these misinformations that's out there about their wheels can be mitigated. And finally, Rota Wheels are, for me, they've been used by a lot of race teams all over the world already, especially in Europe. I mean, a lot of Europeans run drift events, drag events, time attack. Even Keiichi Tsuchiya, the Drift King, has a lot of Rota wheels that he uses on his different drift cars. In fact, the one that I think he uses on his AE86 drift car is a Rota wheel set. So, you know, if it's good enough for the Drift King, it's good enough for me. So anyway, I think that Rota wheels are getting a bad rap because people think that they're actually a replica wheel company. It's not. Michael Rojas, who's the president of Rota Wheels, basically stated in a Top Gear article that he has the company following what they call the 20% rule. What is the 20% rule? The 20% rule is basically there's a 20% variance between their wheel and somebody else's wheels. Like this Rota MXR looks like the Enkeis that are the mesh type Enkeis. Okay, there's a little bit of a difference, you know, with that, with the mesh being slightly smaller and the center hub point where the lug nuts go are slightly bigger. So that should, for their standards, it's 20% different from the BBS mesh wheels. And that's their 20% rule. So if you look at the rotor grids, they look like the Volk racing wheels. So, but again, they're slightly variant than the other one. So there's a 20% variance rule that they follow, and if they cannot do the 20% variance because of design limitations, they just don't make the wheel. So anyway, guys, to me, that's why I run them. I can't argue with the quality that I get from Rota Wheels. So I think that Rota gets a bad rap, but in all sense of reality, they're great wheels. It's up to you. It's your build, your car, your happiness, right? So for me, I will always trust Rota because I think these are great wheels for me. And again, they look great for the price point. So if you have any questions, comments, just comment down below. I sincerely appreciate the like, share, and subscribe. Also, like that little thumbs up button really makes a big difference in the algorithm of YouTube. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next vlog. Peace out.